What's going on, everybody? It's Elvis Presley here, the king of rock and roll, coming at you and covering for Gill-boy. We're gonna do a little special video here today. Gill-boy's out there taking care of the lagoon. He's cleaning it up, getting ready for his wife to come over, and they're gonna do some deep diving on their own out there in that lagoon. But anyways, he said that he needed some videos to come out and needed me to edit them. But I don't really edit much, but Jerry does. Speaking of, hey Jerry, we're live, right? I don't want to just be rambling on, man. Like that one time, man. The last time I was over here, man, I did about 45-minute video and you didn't even have it recording, man. Yeah, you need to stay off the gin, Jerry. I know. Speaking of liquids, man, you got that 2-liter Pepsi for me? Well, Gill-boy said he had a 2-liter Pepsi down here for me if I come down here and bring you and we'd come out here and hang out with him, man. All right, well, go get it, Jerry. Don't have me ask you again. Sorry about that. He's on one today. What was that, Jerry? Yeah, that's what I thought. Why don't you go get me that 2-liter? Thank you. Well, anyways, as you know, Gill-boy is, a movie reviewer. Oh, oh. Well, so that's pretty prestigious of him to call himself that because so far he's only reviewed 2 movies. And I have to say I watched both of those movies the last time I was down here. And I'm going to give my 2 cents on them. I watched Long Legs, okay? And I watched Alien Romulus. Today we're going to talk about Alien Romulus, and I just want to say, Gill-boy started his very overly long 35-minute video talking about that movie, and I have to tell you what, man, I wasn't too impressed with that movie. He said it was a divisive film. It ain't divisive, Gill-boy. It's trash, Gill-boy. All right, it's the worst alien film ever made, okay? There's only a few parts that I liked. Oh, thank God, Jerry. Yeah, here, hand me that right there. Yeah, there's a brand new one and not even open. Thank you, Jerry. You see, look at that right there. Pepsi. That's the best soda in the world right there. I don't care who you are. If you say anything different, then you're a communist. You're not a full-blooded American like me. And I served in the military, so I know. Well, anyways, we're going to crack this baby open. We're going to discuss Alien Romulus, man. Oh, yeah, man. It could be a little colder, Jerry. Gill-boy don't even put this in the fridge for me, but it's whatever. I don't need it. Here, Jerry, take. You know what? Yeah, Jerry, just take that from me. Thank you. I got to focus anyways. Well, anyways, Gill-boy is saying that this is a divisive film, all right? And I think what did he give it, a B minus? My F minus more like it. What is it? What is it supposed to say? It's a horror film? The only thing that was horrifying was that I wasted almost an hour and a half of my life watching it. There was a couple of cool parts, I mean, I like to, I used to go. There was like this model shop right around where I live in Graceland, and they had little toy trains, man. And back when Star Wars was, a thing, as far as I'm understanding, that's a dead franchise as it is right now. But anyways, my point is, I'd go in there and I'd see them cool little train models and sometimes little spaceships, and I'd sit there and I'd fly them around. And in fact, I actually brought one to show Gill-boy how just impressive it is to use practical effects. So I have to say I agree with him. Look at that. That's like something from War of the Worlds right there. Look at it. Check it out, man. It's going by. There it goes. Look at it. And it's gone. Just like Gill-boy's gone right now because he's too busy tending to the lagoon because he's too. I think if you ask me, I think he's a little too scared to do some movie reviews. But you know what? I'll do one for him. I'm gonna review his review. How about that, baby? The king coming at you. Well, anyway, so the practical effects I cannot deny that's pretty cool. Who wouldn't like to see a little baby alien coming out, going little tongue thing. I think they should keep their tongues in their mouth. It's inappropriate. But that's neither here nor there. Joe, hand me that Pepsi again, man. That's kind of need another swig there. Thank you. Well, anyway, so I was sitting there watching that movie, man, and it's like, they're on this planet, whatever. They don't have a sun. That doesn't make any sense. How are they alive? I don't know. What? Jerry, don't talk science to me, okay? I'm the king. I know everything there is to know about science, baby. You don't even want to question me on that right there. Well, anyways, so they're on this planet, right? He called it space communism. It's more like space capitalism. Learn economics, Gill-boy. But anyways, that's not the point here, Jerry. Take that from me, man. I shouldn't have to put that down on the floor, man. It's Pepsi. Well, anyways, they're like slaves of this corporation, right? And they're making them work and everything, you know. I guess you could say if you work for Wayland Utani, at least you got a good job security, you know what I'm saying, maybe? Um, but anyways, they're on there working on this planet doing some kind of coal mine thing, and then like the girl, Rain or whatever, you know, and she got her little synthetic AI robot friend or whatever. Yeah, Isaac Asimov called him once. He wants his storyline back, baby. But anyways, probably y'all don't know about that story because they haven't made that movie. What do you mean they've made that movie, Jerry? They have. Jerry, how about you not interrupt me and correct me on screen? You're trying to embarrass me in front of everybody. I'm trying to talk about Alien Romulus, and you're trying to talk about Will Smith. I don't want to hear it, okay? Well, anyways, they're on this planet, and they're trying to get off, and they think that they found some way to go, right? And they get on a ship, and they need her robot friend because he's the only one that can access the whole that's my manager. I'm sorry. He's wanting to know why I'm not in the studio recording my new EP. Well, I'll tell you why I'm not in my studio recording my new EP. Because I'm here reviewing Gill-boy's reviews because he gave me the advice to watch these terrible movies. And so I'm going to have to kind of correct him there for it. Well, anyways, they get on this ship, and I'm going to go ahead and just make a long story short here, baby. They get on the ship, and all hell breaks loose, man. There's all kinds of, like, aliens and some kind of black goo and everything, and, I don't know. That's, a little too complicated for the king, but basically, this black goo rewrites your DNA, and it makes you into this giant albino wizard-looking guy. I don't know. It was disturbing. It scared me, if I'm going to be honest with you. But anyways, the movie's trash, and you shouldn't waste your time with it like I did. Now, the only part that, I'll have to say was a little awkward for me is that the actress, the fine young girl that played in that, reminded me of Priscilla. She looked a lot like Priscilla. And I think my favorite part was when she was in her underwear running away from the albino. And, it kind of reminded me of the time I chased Priscilla and I was screaming at her because she wouldn't wear the dress I wanted her to wear that night. And I was coming at her and she was running away from me in her underwear. And anyways, ended up locking herself into the freezer. So that kind of gave me a lot of flashbacks. But, I liked that part. I thought that part was pretty good, man. The last half of it, man, I thought that was pretty good, man. They needed more scenes with her like that in that whole film, and maybe it would have been a little more entertaining. But she reminded me of my wife, and that's a little weird. But sometimes people do look alike. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you what, man. Priscilla was a lot finer than her, but she's got her down in her mannerisms and everything like that. Well, basically, overall, man, I'll have to say, what else can I say about this movie? Okay, yeah, they had the Ian Holmes in it, right? Well, he's dead. And so, Gill-boy in his review said that the graphics for him were pretty bad. I don't know what the hell he's talking about, man. I watched that on Blu-ray and it looked photorealistic to me. So, Gill-boy needs glasses, and I know I'm the talk because I'm the king and I always wear glasses, but I have some eye problems, and that's a little different story. I have 20/20 vision, baby. I just have to, the light hurts my eyes, So, anyways, Jerry, hand me that Pepsi. Again, I need, yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're not going to take off the cap? Okay, well, next time you need something, I'm going to remind you that the king has to take off his own cap, and that's unacceptable. Anyways, what was I talking about again? Oh, Ian Holmes, that's right. Well, sadly, Ian Holmes passed on. He went across that Rainbow Bridge to be with that spirit in the sky. He's with the Lord. But anyways, Gill-boy said that it looked like Sci-Fi Channel or something, And it looked photoreal to me, so I think he needs to rewatch the movie or whatever, because it looked pretty awesome to me, man. I thought that was pretty cool that they brought him back in it, just shows that even after you're dead, people will still use you in your movies, man. If you're a good enough actor, man, they'll put you back in it. They'll raise you from the dead, maybe some kind of witchcraft, I don't know. But yeah, that part was pretty interesting. It was kind of, it kind of reminded me of Frankenstein. He's like a little mad scientist in space, man. He's sitting there uncovering some kind of goo or whatever, and he brings the aliens out of the goo, and also the engineers or something. I don't know. Jerry was telling me that the director was talking about how it's like the sperm of the xenomorph, and I was like, man, this movie's inappropriate, man. Those movies should be rated X, man. Back in the 70s when this would have come out, man, it would have been rated X, man. What do you mean the first? I know the first Alien came out in 1979, Jerry. I saw it in theaters. Okay? I know I was supposedly legally dead, but here I am. What do you mean? You got to keep that on the download. In fact, edit this out of this video. We can't have people knowing that the King saw that in theaters. Well, anyways, man, I have to say I like the first Alien film. It's pretty good. Alien Romulus, man, it is what it is. I guess it was kind of cool seeing like the ships and the state. It's kind of 2001: Space Odyssey was a really good film with Stanley Kubrick, and some of the shots in that film reminded me of that film. And so there's parts in it that are pretty cool. So if you like space and science and kind of that kind of stuff, I thought it's all right. It's a pretty decent film in that regards, or I guess in what I'm trying to say in that respect of the filming of itself. Now, Gill-boy also said in his review that he didn't care about anybody in the film. Well, I have to say I cared about every single person in that film, and I think the only reason why Gill-boy doesn't care about them is because he doesn't know how to love other people. He has a hard trouble, loving his neighbor as you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, baby? I really liked every single person in there. I thought they were really upstanding young kids, man. They were just trying to escape their hell and traded their hell for a worse hell. So maybe that's the point of the film. Is that maybe sometimes the grass isn't greener on the other side? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I thought all of it. I cried every single time one of them died. The guy who made love to his his cousin in that film. I didn't realize that this was Space Alabama, but I guess it is. The Beards. Leonard Skinner and all them. They sing about Sweet Home Alabama. Well, I guess this is Sweet Home of what is it, Avaga or Viga? I don't know how to pronounce it, man. There's made up words in this movie to make themselves feel smart. Excuse me. I cried when that guy, what I'm going to try to do his voice, he said, something in the fucking water. That guy, man, he was pretty good, man. He cared about his cousin. Maybe he cared about her a little too much because he got her pregnant. And it seems like he was also with that Oriental woman. And so I guess, maybe he's like the king, man. The ladies just can't stay off of you. I understand it, and there's nothing wrong with spreading a little love around, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was pretty gruesome scene, man, when that thing came out of the cocoon, It kind of reminded me of Lisa Marie when I watched her come out, But except she didn't have a tail or anything because she's a human being. But anyways, that was pretty brutal, man. He got all that acid on him, man. That's not good. You should stay away from acid, man. That's why they put it in glass, because I don't think it'll come through it. And you know what? Since we're talking about science fiction, if you're going to have a creature on your ship that has acid for blood, then why don't you put glass on like the bottom layer of your ship? So that way, if you have to shoot it, yeah, it may destroy some of the steels and the metals, but when it hits the glass, then it won't go out of the airlock, And speaking of airlock, what would a Gill-boy say? You have to end the movie, all this. It was a different ending from other Alien films. I don't know what he's talking about, all right? Okay, in the first Alien, they blow it out of the airlock, right? Okay, well, what are they steal that from? Well, the terror from beyond space or from space or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. They stole that movie and they combined it with the Planet of the Vampires. That's right, baby. The king knows movies because I have my own little private movie theater in my house and I watch them all, baby. But anyways, they combined those two movies with a little bit of that craft of love, Lovecraft story or whatever. Who knows? It's too complicated. Don't worry about it. But they molded it all into one, and that's the first Alien film. Then you got James Cameron coming around. He, this big military guy, wants to blow stuff up and, show how awesome America is and United America and anything. We got Vasquez and Drake and, Alan Ripley and Hicks and Hudson, it was a good crew there. And they find the Queen Alien and they blow her out of the airlock, right? Well, okay. Well, in Alien 3, what happens? I know that's everybody's. That's my personal favorite Alien film right there because they melt him, and even when they melt him in the lava, man, he still comes out, and then they have to give him a bath, and then when they give him a bath, he explodes, man. It was pretty awesome, right? Okay, so then Alien Resurrection, they have that deformed baby thing come out and then she throws her acid blood or whatever on the screen, right? And then the baby goes out. Now that's pretty disturbing right there. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, man. That part reminded me of the part with when he was chasing Priscilla. I mean, Rain, whatever, the carotene, whatever that character, reminded me of me and Priscilla. But anyways, she didn't really. It was kind of the same, the little cocoon, the little egg, the little fetus thing. Well, acid, she kicks it, and he flies out of the thing, right? And boy, I have to tell you what, that scared me right there. I think it even scared Gill-boy. He got that little nasty little tongue thing comes out and bites her helmet and all that stuff, and then yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, that's different, man. That's not how the other aliens ended. So Gill-boy I don't think he knows how to watch movies. Well, that's just my opinion, and he can cry about it later when he watches this video. But anyways, man, I mean, it is what it is, man. It's just your basic Hollywood film. It's overproduced. It's got, oh, we're gonna write this alien film and half the dialogue's gonna be the other ones, right? That's what he complained about too. Oh, there's reused lines and it could have been its own thing. Let me tell you something, baby. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just use the same lines. We got to get this baby going out so we can get some more money, man. I understand it. I understand, How many records do I have that have the same songs on them from the last record you bought, but you still buy it? And you know why? Because I'm the king, and you like my songs. And just because one song's on the B side rather than the A side, you're still going to buy it, baby, because I'm the king. And so, too, with Alien fans, you're going to still watch a movie that still has the same dialogues as the other ones do. I mean, I think, what is it, like in Prometheus or whatever, when they're in their little, what is it, little chamber with all the black goo with the giant face, and you have the murals, and you see all the xenomorphs and the Queen Alien and stuff like that, and whatever, and the one dude, the bald dude, and it's like, it's just another tomb or whatever, and then they're like, we are leaving, man, come on, we're leaving, baby. That's the same line in Aliens. Drake, we are leaving, baby, you know what I mean? So, at the end of the day, man, not too many reused lines in my opinion. In fact, I think the whole script should have just been the same dialogue from the last two movies. Y'all would have sat and watched it anyways. Nobody complained about it in Prometheus, and all of a sudden now everybody's complaining about it in Romulus, I think people just like to complain about things, and speaking about complaining, man, I have to tell you what, the only thing that I can really complain about on this movie is I wasted about 2 hours of my life watching it, I mean, it's really, not that something. Gill-boy says it's his favorite movie of 2024, and it's not even, it's not even that great, man. I mean, you've already, how many more, are we going to have an Alien Romulus 2? Is it going to be called Alien Remus? You know what I mean? I mean, come on. They ought to give the property to me. I'll tell you what I'd do with an Alien movie. I'd have them all just reuse the same dialogue. We all use CGI. We'll bring back every single character from the other movie. It doesn't matter if it don't make sense. People will watch it, man. And we'll, hardly throw a budget at it, but then it'll make 40 times what it's worth, and then we can make a sequel. But let's see, what else do I have to say about Alien Romulus? Well, it was pretty stressful. It stressed me out. I don't like to be stressed, man. That's why I do a lot of meditation, man. But that's probably the problem with them kids is they didn't meditate at all in the film. That's why they didn't know how to do it. First of all, well, I guess I was going to say, why don't they just get on that ship and fly away? But I guess you have to have cryo sleeps, right? Yeah, okay, Jerry. Okay, I understand the science of the film. Just leave me alone. All right? I guess it's not that hard. Well, anyways, I heard that Ellen Ripley's in the film. I didn't see her. I mean, I saw the ship. What is it, the Narcissist? Oh, wow. Yeah, how many ships are like that? How many other Nostromos are out there? It could have been anything. I don't care if the director came out and said it. It don't make any sense. Oh, it explains why she's far out in Aliens. Well, I guess that does kind of make a little sense. But what don't make sense is how she woke up and saw all the aliens and got out of it Well, how come she didn't remember that in Aliens? Oh, is it a deleted scenes? Is it a commentary of director James Cameron? They don't know what they're doing, man. They don't know what they're doing. This is what happens when you give a nerd opportunity to make a movie. He just does bad fan fiction. And I guess to sum up my review, because this is going on long, I don't want this to be as long as Gill-boy's review, because if you ask me, he droned on. Boy, that boy's a nerd, man. Anyways, I guess if you had to say anything about this film, it should have been called Alien Fan Fiction, Wasting Romulus's Time, man. But so the King gives Alien Romulus an F plus, so I wouldn't check that out whatsoever. I'm gonna review Gill-boy's review of Long Legs as well. And Jerry, hand me that film that he wanted me to review next. What was it? It's a VHS copy right here. Yeah, I'm gonna hand it. Yeah, okay. What is this? Okay. Yeah, Terrifier 3, man. So Gill-boy hasn't made a review of this yet, but I've seen it. He's filmed it. It's not released yet. But he gave me a copy of it. I think it's in here. Is it still in here, Jerry? Yeah. Oh, Big Con Rewind. Boy, them are the days, Jerry. Jerry, remember when we had a VHS player, man? You know what? This should have been on Laserdisc instead, man. That's what I like to collect. I like to collect the Laserdisc. Well, anyways, Gill-boy told me that this is a really good Christian film and that I'd like it. And it's very uplifting, and it's about the birth of Jesus. So I'm going to take it out. It kind of looks a little disturbing, but, who knows, man? I'll bet it was pretty hard to be in Bethlehem at that time period. But I'm going to also review this movie, too, when I get the chance. I'll probably watch it later tonight in my cabin, because I like to have a little VHS time. Jerry, take this from me. I don't need this over here. Oh, thank you, baby. Also, hand me the Pepsi, baby. Thank you. All right, yeah. So, anyways, man, Alien Romulus wasted my time. I think it wasted a lot of people's time. Apparently, it made a lot of money, but a lot of things that are bad make money. Just because it's bad don't mean it's not going to make money. And sometimes the things that are really good don't make any money, and it don't make no sense. But that's just the way the world is. Here you go, Jerry. Yeah, go ahead and why don't you go put that on ice so when I review Long Legs, I have it nice and cold. I mean, that movie takes place in winter anyways, don't it, baby? All right, well, anyways, I guess in conclusion, man, it's an F+. Nothing really scary about that film. I don't even understand why it's called a horror film. It's more of a bore film. You know what I mean? And, just in closing, I forgot this part. When they're in the lab, he hands them a gun, tells them you should get the guns. They get the guns, and then he's like, now you can't fire a single round. That didn't make any sense, man. Why? Oh, because the creature might perceive it as a threat. That creature ain't going to see nothing as a threat. I thought it was the perfect organism. You see what I'm saying? That this movie don't make any sense whatever. Oh, you can blow it out of the airlock, and what happens when you blow it out of the airlock? It just, what does it, spit out the black goo and crystallize itself in a meteorite? What if that lands on the planet? See, that would have been a better movie. They should have just had that movie about the big chap from the first one going on the station killing everybody. Well, I'm not the one in control. But I guess since it's a Disney film, maybe Rain Carradine is my favorite Disney princess. You know what I'm saying, baby? I mean, after all, she pretty much is Priscilla. So anyways, man, I gotta go take a mean shit now. I'll see you later. Peace out, man. F+. Don't check it out.